Hi, welcome to Kenyatta Crochet. I'm Kenyatta, welcome to my channel. Today is a book related video though. This is my reading wrap up for January. Let's see, I've read 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 books this month, 1 DNF. I don't know how, but let's see. I'm gonna start with the physical books. The first book that I completed, and these ain't gonna be in order. And some of these books I'm not gonna give too much detail because, like this one, I have a Hook and Books video coming up for this book. I'm running kind of behind, but yeah. But this is going to have its own video. It's called Redemption from Karen Kingsbury and with Gary Smalley. This is about the Baxter family. It's called the Redemption series. It's 5 books in this series, but the Baxter families have separate series as well. Like I think the next one is the Forever series. There's 5 books in that, and then there's another series after that, 3 books, and I haven't gotten past that one. I'm doing a reread of this one. So, but this is one of my favorite Christian fiction series, and I love it. So there's that one. Highly recommend. My Lady Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. This book, this book I'm not going to go into much detail either because I do have a Hook and Books video coming with this one as well. This is about it's a rewrite about Lady Jane who ruled for 9 days before the throne was taken from her. And this is just them giving her a better ending, a better story. And I really enjoyed it. Loved it. Then I read, that's actually a series. There's 3, I call the 3 Janes, and then there's the 3 Marys. I've only completed the 3 Janes. I actually read book 2 first, called My Plain Jane, and because I got that in an Outcrate book years ago before I knew about My Lady Jane. And so after I read My Lady Jane, I read the 3rd one, My Calamity Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. This is my favorite out of the 3 Janes. I will be doing a Hook and Books on this one as well. Calamity Jane, I didn't know anything about her or her history, but this is based on a real person from the Wild West, and again, it's a retelling, giving our characters in the book a different story, but somewhat true. Some of the stuff they put in there is true, and some of it's fiction, not their own imagination. It's kind of wild. It really makes you do a deep dive after reading the book, at least in my case anyway. Then I read The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Leong. Now I did do a Hook and Books video on this one. This is about Tao, I think that's how you say her name, T-A-O, and she is a traveling fortune teller. She does small fortunes, and she's left her home country to travel, and she come across some people that become her friends, and they go on this adventure together, and it was really good. I mean, I'm not saying it's the best story I ever read in my life, but it was really good, and I really enjoyed it. And if they made a part 2, I would definitely read it because it kept me interested, and it was a really fast read. Let's see, The 13th Child by Erin A. Craig. This was really good. Let's see, what was her name? I can't remember. Hazel. Hazel parents had 12 children, and then they got pregnant again with their 13th child, and the 13th child is special for whatever reason. And so 3 different gods came to ask for that child, to be godparents to that child. They turned down the first one, turned down the second one, and they finally allowed a third guy to be the child's godfather. He came and met the child, but then he disappeared. And so she grew up not really being accepted into the family. She was just like an extra burden. She wasn't even allowed to sleep in the house. And then he shows up and her life changed. He's got a full plan for her life, and it's really good. I mean, I really enjoyed this book. I highly recommend. Yeah, The 13th Child. Most of these books, half of these. Some of these books are books of the month. I'm reading through a lot of them because I'm doing a book challenge. So I've been getting through these, and I read Antibot by Sierra Greer. Now this book, I really didn't know what to expect. I knew it was about a bot, what they call her, a cuddle bunny. And if you can use your imagination what a cuddle bunny is. But she's very smart and intelligent, and you can't even tell she's a robot. She looks so human, and she's the cuddle bunny / girlfriend of what's his name, Doug. And she begins to have thoughts and questions things, and the ending of the book really surprised me. I was quite surprised and well pleased with the ending. It really made me think, and her story was wild. It was not what I was expecting, but I did enjoy this. Sorry to be so vague, but the book is so small, and I don't want to give anything away, but it's really good. And you know what, I got a book. I got a hooks and books coming on this one as well, so I don't know why I gave such a synopsis, but yeah, that one's got his own video coming as well. I'm behind. I also read Dearest, another book of the month book by Jackie Walters. I think that's how you say the name. This book was weird. This woman was, she had just given birth, and her husband was overseas, and she was alone, and weird things start to happen. And you it's a different take on post-traumatic, is it called post-traumatic, what's it called when after you have a baby? You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. I just can't think of my words, but it's a different take on that. And her mother comes in the picture. She's had a strained relationship. She had a strained relationship with her mother when she was growing up, and she never really knew why. Excuse me, still getting over the flu. And her mother comes, and things get weirder. I mean, her life and her child's life is in danger, and her mother is just acting so weird. And so I can't give any more away. It was a short book, but very weird. It wasn't scary, it was just weird. So there's that one. And sorry about that. I got a phone call. I did have one DNF for my physical books. It was Babylonia by Costanza Casati. I really couldn't get into this book. I wanted to. This was about a woman's rise, a lowly woman rise to being queen, I guess. I'm not really sure, but it didn't interest me, and I'm not saying it's a bad book. it's just some books ain't for everybody, and this book wasn't for me. I didn't get far along in it. When I read a book and I put it down easily to go take a nap or to go to sleep, it's not really for me. A book that's really good to me is one of them books that I fight my sleep to continue reading, or that I just can't stop thinking about it when I put it down, and I don't procrastinate to pick it back up. This book just didn't do those things for me. So I don't really have a lot to say about it because I didn't finish it. So it's a DNF. And I read audio book this month, listened to it, and it was this book here, Beyond the Wand by Tom Felton. This was a memoir about his life before Harry Potter, during Harry Potter, and after Harry Potter. And he went through a lot. He's overcome some addictions, and dealing with mental health issues. But he explains what it was like being Draco Malfoy. And it was a really good book. Wasn't the best, but a really good book. I'm missing a book. Hold on. Oh yeah, I have one more physical book. I knew when I said memoir, I just remembered I read Dinner for Vampires, Life on a Cult TV Show by Bethany Joy Lenz. You may recognize her if you watch One Tree Hill. Haley James Scott. Yes, that is the reason why I originally bought this book, because Haley James Scott's, I love the character. Love One Tree Hill. But this book was really, really good. I didn't know really much about cults. I only read one book about it years ago. A little short story about, about Jim, is it Jim Jones? I don't know. It was so long ago, but it was only one survivor left. Everybody else drunk the juice, drunk the Kool-Aid, and yeah. But her story was really good. I mean, she started out going to a Bible study with friends, and it was just a nice environment. Then a guest pastor came and just basically integrated himself and gradually took over, and it became a cult. And she didn't even realize she was in a cult. She didn't even realize how much control that was taking over her life. She had given them control of her finances. They had took so much money from her. It was affecting her career. She was going through this all while being on the show One Tree Hill. And this is a book worth reading. It's really, really good. I highly recommend it. Okay, so back to my non-physical books. Kindle books. I read 2 Kindle books. I read Half-Blood, the part 2 of the Beyond the Realm by Mia Hall. Now, I originally got book 1 from a Stuffy Kindle Day, and they gave me the first book free. I downloaded the first book free, but I had, you know, it's sometimes the books, in my experience, I've gotten or series that give you book 1 free, but if you want to continue reading, you have to purchase the other ones. I don't know if it's on Kindle Unlimited because I no longer have that, but I did purchase book 2, and this was this girl grew up as a human. She had no idea she had any connections to any other worldly worlds, and then she took an adventure with her friend one day, and they ended up in another world with dragon people, and the adventure goes from there. And she finds out she's connected more than she realized, or she never knew. And her mother was part of this as well. She didn't know her mother. She was raised by her auntie and uncle because her mother died when she was younger, and she doesn't know who her father is. So this is all new, and she don't know who to trust, because at one point she felt like she was being kept prisoner, then think people are keeping things from her. Other people are telling her she's meant to rule. And she just confused, don't know who to trust or where she really fits in. So book 2 really dives into more of that, gives us more information. I'm looking forward to purchasing book 3 because I'm really enjoying it. Again, this is Half-Blood, Beyond the Realm. I don't know if it's trilogy or not. It's the Beyond the Realm series by Mia Hall. And then the last Kindle book I read is called The Wolf's Witch. It's the Witch's Pack, book 1 by Rachel Medhurst. And this book right here. This book was good. Again, I got this from Stuff Your Kindle Day, and I finally read it. She's a witch. She's an outcast witch, her and her brother, because of their father, who was just not respected in their coven. And they were accepted into the coven, even though they're not really accepted. And they have issues with them because of her father and also her brother, who has mental health issues. Because mental health issues and being a witch can cause problems and has caused problems. And they are, and their rivals are the Wolf Pack. And one day, her brother comes to her job. He's paranoid, saying wolves are following him, and they leave together. And they sense a wolf, and he comes running after her, trying to get her attention. And her brother, thinking she was in danger, to protect her, he does a spell, and the wolf goes flying through the window, and he's injured. And they not knowing if he's dead or alive, they know it's bad. And then she realized that he was just trying to give her her phone because she dropped her phone. So she makes a call to the Alpha and tells them to come. It's it's an emergency, to come here, and she's sorry. But that spirals, the coven turns against her. Of course, the Alpha is against her. They want blood, and it's a whole adventure. Looking forward to book 2. Definitely going to purchase that one. But really had a fun time reading this month, except for Babylonia. Really had a fun time. Looking forward to getting into new books for February. I don't really do a TBR. I'm a mood reader. I just read what I'm in the mood for. I'm in the middle of series, but I don't read them back to back. I just read them whenever I want. So thank you for taking time to watch. Please look forward to my hooks and books videos coming up. Thank you again. Please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to click the notification bell to be notified whenever I post another video. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.